Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my home in Livingston, Montana. Now, I hope this video here looks a little bit better than the last video I did, because my last video I was looking real close at my ugly mug, and it looked like I smoked about 4 bowls of hashish, or something equally as stupid as that by the time I got on camera or whatever have you, which isn't true. I was just tired. I had tired eyes. You know, one of them kind of deals. Anyway, this video here is nothing more than just a reply to an email I got this morning. And what is this morning? It's May 3rd of 2021. I think it's a Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a Monday. Okay, fellow from Texas will be. And he gave me a paragraph to chew on or to spit out if I wanted to answer his email. You know, so anyway, here we go. I better stop burning daylight here, you know what I'm saying? Okay, hey Jim, my name is Bo. Nice to know you, Bo. I'm 21 years old. That's a good time in your life, by the way, Bo. Here I am pushing 70, you know what I mean, my man? Okay, I am 21 years old and I found your videos to be very helpful. I've been watching for several months now. Sorry on you there, Bo. I've been watching for several months now and finally decided to write in. I was born in Kalispell. Same with me, Bo. I was born in Kalispell, December 23rd of 1951. I was born in Kalispell and raised there until I was 11 years old. My family moved to Texas because of the economic issues at that time. Totally understandable. Up here in Montana, nobody ever used to get rich, especially back in the old days there. I'll tell you that, Bo, right now. Anyway, from everything I've seen and heard, Kalispell is a lot different than when I lived there. That's probably true. I really enjoy Texas, but Kalispell is my home, and I'm committed to moving back someday. Good on you, Bo. What I got to tell you is get her done. Okay, anyway. I have been increasingly concerned about this dream since the city is growing so quickly. Well, good for you there, Bo, because you need to be concerned. Anyway, my plan is to make as much money in Texas as I can and save it. Good for you there, Bo, because here it is. Here it is in a nutshell. Let's say that you want to buy a home that costs you $500,000, because that's the way a lot of the homes are getting in Montana right now. You know, you're looking right down the barrel of, especially these more popular places like Bozeman, Kalispell, etc., etc. You're looking right down the barrel of a $500,000 home. You're going to have to come up with $100,000. Did you hear me? $100,000 as a down payment, either in equity from another home or just cold hard cash. That is the reality of the situation. Okay. I'm hoping I'll be able to move back within the next 5 years. I would prefer sooner, but I think five years is realistic as soon as I would be able to. Ideally, I would be able to purchase my childhood home, but that seems to be less and less likely as time goes on. More than likely not there, Bo. I'm just telling you. And I'm going to stop here for a second, Bo, and the reason why I was suggesting that people stay away from places like Kalispell is because of right now, I've got a sister that lives down in Idaho, okay? One of her very best friends is up in Kalispell. I won't talk about the circumstances, but she's up in Kalispell and can't even find a place to rent, let alone buy. So there you are with that. It's like I've been whining for the last couple of videos or X amount of videos. Things up here in Montana are getting expensive. And one of the reasons is people want to get out of the shitholes that they're living in and come up here to Montana. And what that's doing to these rich people and whatnot have you is causing the price of land and the price of property and the price of houses to go sky high. It's that simple. Montana's gold rush right now at this date and time is land. It's not real gold. It's land. That's the big gold rush up here in Montana. Okay. Yeah. And right here, I'm just repeating what I just got done saying through your paragraph here, but I know Kalispell is one of the cities you said to avoid moving to. That's just, well, you know why now, because it's expensive. I mean, if you can afford to move to Kalispell, fine. I'm just warning anybody ahead of time, you better have $100,000 in your pocket to put the down on a home that's more than likely going to cost you $500,000, okay? Due to all the tourists and the crazy house prices, that's right. But I really don't have any personal attachment to any other cities. Well, that's fine. However, if I end up in a different city, eventually that's okay as long as I can end up in Montana. That's what I've been saying all along. If a person doesn't look at these big tourist traps or anywhere around these, Bo, listen to me, anywhere where you get around like Yellowstone National Park up there, Glacier, right where Kalispell's at, stuff is going to be spendy. But if you get in some of these out-of-the-way places, there's all kinds of small little towns strung all over Montana. I would stay away from eastern Montana because that's flat. It's like the Dakotas over there. It's hot. It's colder than a witch's tit in the wintertime and all that. I would just stay away from eastern Montana. But starting in about central Montana over to the west, there's all kinds of... You just get on Google Earth and start looking around and you'll catch on. You latch into property in some of these smaller places, it's usually a lot cheaper than if you get in these tourist trap-like places. Okay, I've already explained all this stuff. I do my best to keep up with what's going on in Montana, and most of the information I find is focused on statistics. Well, sure it is. You're not going to get the same kind of information by looking at that kind of stuff as you are communicating with a guy like me. I was born in the state of Montana, and more than likely I'm going to die in the state of Montana. I took a 16-year hiatus from Montana because I was down in Idaho working. I met my wife down there. All my kids were born in Idaho, but then I moved back to Montana in 1990. But almost quite a bit of my life has been spent living in Montana, okay? Not all of it, but enough for me to be an authority to some degree on this issue. Okay. Let me see. Okay, it is very refreshing to watch your videos since you provide a personal perspective on things just like my family that lives there, parentheses, but they don't make YouTube videos, parentheses. Well, I'm glad they don't make YouTube videos because making YouTube videos can be a pain in the ass, to be quite blunt with you there, Bo. I know, I made 800 and some odd videos on YouTube. I know all about this stuff. Anyway, thank you for making such interesting. Well, you're welcome. I don't work too hard at these videos because I'm not seeking money. Wholesome videos for all us to enjoy. Thank you very much. I hope you are doing well. Yes, I'm doing just like you see me here. And I will see you on down the trail. Well, good for you, Bo. Just keep your dream alive if you want to come here to Montana. And just, about the only thing that I can really tell you is the best thing that I've mentioned Zillow before. That's a real estate buying place, if you will. It'll lead you to properties. And same as Realtor.com. But get the application called Google Earth, Bo, or whoever, or you can get on Zillow. They've got maps all over their site, of course, all these different properties. But if you get Google Earth, you'll be able to zoom in on some place, on whatever, some quaint little town or whatever have you, and you want to check all the access in and out, how high in elevation the place is, and stuff like that, and see if you can negotiate this in the wintertime, because there's been lots of people. I talked to one of the oldest and most senior drivers for Mergenthaler. That's a big moving outfit in Billings. I talked to this guy about, it was about 15 years ago. We had coffee together over at Flying J by Belgrade, Montana. I happened to be in there one morning real early, and he was in there. He was getting ready to move some people. He had 2 houses he had to move before the end of the year. He was one of their more senior drivers, big moving outfit, and he told me, he looked me right in the eye, and he'd been driving for Mergenthaler for like 30-some years, and he told me, he said, Jim, he said, I wish I could have a $20 bill for everybody I've hauled into the state of Montana and turned around 2 years later and hauled right back to where they come from. Because they underestimated these winters up here. They underestimated the economy, the average working prices, the average working wages isn't all that great, and it especially doesn't help people that are natives of Montana, mind you, that are trying to buy these $500,000. That's because all these rich people have came into Montana and drove real estate sky high. That's the problem. And you got locals that have lived here all their life and can't even buy a home. That's what's got a burr under my saddle, right there. I don't mind people making money, but when they make it so that a state, the natives of that state, can't even buy property, I got a problem with that. I suddenly don't like them very well anymore. But I try to keep that under control. Okay, that's it there, Bo. I don't like to make these videos too long. Here I am blabbering along, and it's almost 12 minutes here. So, that's really all I got to say. I've covered this issue plenty of times, about real estate in Montana. I don't care how you look at this. It's expensive. But if you stay away from the tourist traps and you get out into places that are kind of off the beaten trail, smaller type towns and stuff like that, you might be able to pick you up a place that's not as expensive if you say move, in all these places I've warned you about, because Montana's a big state. I'll just leave you with this right here. Montana covers 92 million acres. That's what's inside the boundaries of Montana. 92 million acres. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to have a nice day. We shall see you on down the trail. Take care of yourselves and adios, my friends.